Hi friends, here we are going to discussing about the charge of an electron. Are you ready? Yes. Charge of an electron is discovered by two scientists, Robert A. Milliken and Harvey Fletcher. In the experiment conducted in Ryerson Laboratory, University of Chicago in 1909. The experiment known as Milliken oil drop experiment. Milliken received Nobel Prize for this experiment in 1923. We know that J.J. Thomson discovered electron, and J.J. Thomson said electrons is the smallest negatively charged particles. Smallest negatively charged particles. So its charge is negative. We know that charge is property of matter. It is causes to experience a force when it is placed in electric or magnetic field. Okay, we know that the idea of charge lead to the study of atomic structure. So what is the amount of charge? So Milliken and Fletcher tried to find out the charge of an electron. We just go to the experiment. We can see that there is a two electrode. The electron connected with a DC source, right, capable of producing high potential difference. And we can see that X-ray source. X-ray is a high energy radiations that ionize the air inside the between the plates. The air between the plates ionize the air and eject the electrons from the air. Here we can see that the light source illuminate the droplets to become more bright. Then only we can see with the help of microscope that oil droplets we can see the falling of oil droplets. Here atomizer is there. Atomizer is the atomizer contain oils. It produce small tiny droplets. Okay, it's working on the pressure variance. The pressure variance produce the tiny oil droplets. It's just work like perfumes, and the tiny oil droplets. Milliken and Fletcher observed the tiny droplets with the help of electric field and without the electric field. So first he observed without the electric field. What happened? Just observe here. The oil here we know that the air ionize and electrons produced. We know that electrons negative charge. When the droplets come, the electrons, the negative charge itself attached to the oil droplets and oil droplets to become negative. So negative oil droplets produce. Okay, it falling down. Why? Because of gravity force. Because of gravity force, it's come to the down. So Milliken observed with the microscope the speed of oil droplets and noted it. And next step, he applied the voltage and observed what happened the droplets. When applied voltage, the droplets moves upward. Why? Yes, because of electric force, right? Because of electric force, it moves upward. So he repeated his experiment, and at a certain voltage, he observed that if the oil droplets not move upwards or downwards, the oil droplets become stationary. He noted that voltage. Okay, two forces are equal: electric force and gravity force. At a certain voltage V, we know that certain voltage V, the Fe is equal to Fg. Okay, the oil droplets become stationary. He noted that voltage, and with the help of voltage and mass of oil droplets, he found the charge of electron. Fe is equal to charge into electric field. Okay, Fg is force, the gravity force. We know that mass into acceleration due to gravity. Okay, mass can be determined by viscosity of the droplets and the volume of droplets. Okay, and next we can equate Q is equal to mg, and finally Q is equal to mg divided by E. Okay, Q is equal to mg divided by E. From this equation we can find out the charge of an electron, charge of droplets. Okay, the mass into gravity divided by E. Okay, so Milliken found that with the repeat experiment, here applied voltage, here the charge. Okay, here may be 390. He found that 1.602 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb. He got it. Okay, value. He may be applied 370. He got 3.204 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb. He may be applied 360 or some voltage. He got it, the charge 4.806 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, repeated experiment with various values he get, and he observed that. What he observed, we can write Q is equal to, we can write, we know charge we get 1.602 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 and 3.204 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay, we can write this N and E. How? This is 1 into 1.602 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay, second one we can write 2 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so on. So what we can understand from here, this is a whole number. Okay, this is a whole number. So Milliken said the electric charge on droplets is whole number multiplication of whole number with a small electric charge, right? Whole number multiplication of electric charge, whole number multiplication of small value. So that small value, electric charge itself, that we got that value is 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, we can write Q is equal to N. So N is a whole number and E is the electronic charge. Okay, are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So we know that the value E 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, and we know that E by M ratio, charge to mass ratio, also we know. Okay, from both values we can determine the mass of an electron. Okay, from both values we can determine the E. We know 1.602 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb, and M is E by M is equal to 1.76 into 10 to the power of 8. Okay, for 10 to the power of 8. 10 to the power of 8 coulomb per gram. Okay, so we can find out from this value M is equal to E by M. Okay, so 1.602 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb divided by E by M. What is the value? 1.76 into 10 to the power of 8. 10 to the power of 8 coulomb. Okay, so we get coulomb per gram. Okay, we get from this from calculating we get 9.1 into 10 raised to the power of minus 28 gram. Okay, coulomb cancel. So we get 9.1 into 10 raised to the power of minus 28. That's the mass of an electron. Okay, mass of an electron. We know charge of an electron. So this is the experiment, Milliken experiment, to find out the charge of an electron. Okay, he used the his experiment known as oil drop experiment. He used the oils and find out the charge of an electron. Okay, so these points are you remember electron discovered by J.J. Thomson's charge of electrons found by Milliken and Fletcher. Okay, the mass of electron is about 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 28 gram. Okay, we can imagine very smallest value, mass is very smallest value. So thank you so much. Next class we see the Rutherford experiment.